Hello, everybody, and welcome back to FIBA 3x3 Shanghai World Tour. It is now time for our second session, which means it is time for our semifinals. And, of course, later on today, it'll be the finals, and we will have some fun in between the semifinal and final. Dunk competition will also be going down here live in Shanghai. To refresh your memory, maybe you're just tuning in to FIBA 3x3 for the first time here in our closing parts of this Shanghai stop. It's a 10-minute game clock, 12-second shot clocks, and the first to 21 does end up winning with some fun nuances the rest of the way, which we'll touch upon if deemed necessary. But there are four teams that do remain: Ulaanbaatar, MMC Energy, Shanghai, Hangzhou, and as well as Crvena Zvezda, our team from Serbia. Those are the final four, and there you can see how things currently stand in the bracket. It was a little bit of a late start today due to the weather, but everything has now since cleaned up. The sun is down, the lights are on here in Shanghai for the closeout of our fourth stop here on the World Tour. Semifinal number one coming at you. Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy taking on the hometown crowd, and it is going to be electric here for Shanghai. They've got some balls to toss out to the crowd, which makes things that much better. Here you can see how they stack up head to head. Shanghai has a beat in the rankings, as well as the points per game average as well. And Shanghai comes into this matchup with a perfect undefeated record of 3-0 so far here. Four-man rosters for every single one of these squads for Ulaanbaatar, MMC Energy, as well as Shanghai. And of course, we'll have some players to highlight to keep up with. But for now, we turn to the official player intros. Crowd going crazy for the mini FIBA 3x3 balls. One of them actually exited the arena. It was tapped around by a couple of fans, and I hope somebody ran out to go and get it. Semifinal number one, coin toss. All set and ready to go. And you can see the highlight player, Zhou, here for Shanghai. Ranked number 127 in the world. 2 points per game average, but stepped up well above that in their last game. And of course, the archer Ulaanbaatar, the world 68. Do not let the points per game fool you. I'll say it time and time again. Had a cold shooting stretch in their previous game that they did play against Liman, but of course, that was a different level of physicality from what the Serbians end up bringing to the table. Here you can see the head-to-head match identical in points per game. No 2-point attempts come out there, at least no makes for Shu. And of course, on the other side, Ulaanbaatar puts him up in bunches. He currently sits at 18%, but a perfect 100% from inside the arc as well. It's a Mongolia versus China affair as we get ready to check things up and get the ball rolling. The hometown team, Shanghai, looking to continue this perfect run. A winner gets a spot in the finals taking place later today. The prize money, the glory, and more importantly, that first place finish next to your team's name. Ulaanbaatar will be the ones to start off with it. As it's a quick tip out of bounds to disrupt the offensive play with 7 seconds still remaining here on the clock. Ulaanbaatar will take the two to get it started. The archer slices and dices it through a perfect shot. Las Manis steps it back, pump fakes the two, and a good wrap up in there down low for Enkbot. Here you can see, I think if the shootout competition was like that for him, he would have made a lot more shots. Not so much in the catch and shoot, but the ones that are in rhythm is the specialty. Fresh shot clock here to work with for Shanghai. Lu loses the ball. They get out to Wu, and there's going to be a push. Early 2 fouls here for Ulaanbaatar. Wu feeds it on the inside to Lu, trying to spin off of him, goes under the basket. It's going to be a miss. Picked up there by Davasambu. They want to go right back into him, but a step into the lane. Pinching Lu with the Band-Aid still in the upper lip from the collision earlier. With 7 seconds to work with, steps it back, lefty shot. No bucket though. Last one, he's fighting for the rebound. And they try to lob this one high up inside to Davasambu. He's able to get it. They try to go for the double team, gets his own rebound, wants to go up it again. Another miss, but another offensive chance here. Oh no, Batar keeping things alive. Enkbot puts it up, blocked by Las Manis. Great defensive pressure, gets the crowd engaged. Four seconds here to work with on the shot clock on the reset. Got to be something quick for Ulaanbaatar. Ulaanbaatar from the same spot as before. He cashes in again. There's a reason they call this man the archer. It is always so precise. There was 4 seconds to work with. Silky smooth. Knocks it down, and that's a 4-point lead for Ulaanbaatar. They try to respond with a two of their own. Back off the iron, it does go. Ulaanbaatar's the one to pick up the rebound. Dawasambu wants to work in the post, jersey being pulled, doesn't even matter, gets his own rebound again, goes up with it once more, ball still staying alive, tapped around, Ulaanbaatar comes out with it. Here comes the spin for Ulaanbaatar, play is going to be stopped. The team from Mongolia came to play here in our first semifinal. They are 2-1, the only loss that they had were to Antwerp. They took down Lehman and Kaunas in the group stage. Ulaanbaatar to try to go 3 for 3, up high off the backboard. They're trying to find Las Manis back on this give and go. They won't get it. Instead, it'll be Shu taking matters into his own hands as he gets the bucket, and Shanghai are finally on the board. A good rep around. Ulaanbaatar looking to add to the scoring total and does just that. All 5 points for Ulaanbaatar. Goes to the archer. Hot scoring continues. The stats had him only averaging 2.2 points per game, already at 5 in this one. Davasambu, they go off ball. He takes it on his own now, tries to spin off. Good spin. Yurichai Tichi says, makes you pay. Now they try to go for the clamps defensively. Las Manis gets bumped. Ball goes into the hands of Peng Chen Lu. Stops, pops, and gets the bucket. Little pop-a-shot action. The big man, the bull, moving inside, loses the handle. Lu comes out with it. Lu gets contested by Ulaanbaatar, and a foul's going to be called. And Ulaanbaatar will get a much-needed rest as we'll have one free throw coming up. It's the third foul on Ulaanbaatar. You can see, just got him on the left arm. And the free throw is no good. Enkbot loses the handle, lost the footing behind the back. Their little razzle-dazzle rejected. Jingwei Wu says no as Shanghai get the big stop. It was such a clinical behind the back. Where there you can see just better defense in the moment. 1.6, got to be something quick. The Archer steps back in. One dribble, the shot. And that one off the backboard. It will go right into their hands, but they will call the shot clock violation on it. Las Manis goes off the dribble. The feet inside to shoot. Good pick and roll. Ulaanbaatar gets the feed off. The Archer thought about the pull-up. Instead, they'll feed it into the low post. And a foul is going to be called on the floor. Six to 3. It was a 5-0 start. And we will get a timeout here, give everybody a breather. As Ulaanbaatar continue to roll here at the start. There's that pick and roll work that we talked from Carlos Las Manis. As well as Shu on the inside and Davasambu. It was a little bit timid in the first game that we saw here in the World Tour in Shanghai, but ever since then he has been a lot more aggressive with attacking. He rightfully earns the nickname, the Bull, with the play style. Of course, you can scan that QR code you're seeing on the bottom right side of your screen for up-to-date schedules, standings. The World Tour is staying in non-stop action, all with its peak reaching in December for the World Tour Finals in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Ulaanbaatar, that's a 2 if it drops. Oh, 3 for 3 from that exact same zone. The Archer putting on a clinic from 2-point range. Las Manis with the big-time step back and the big-time make. Says anything you could do, I could do better. Enkbot to Davasambu, and oh, heads up play there from Las Manis. He threw it off him as he was laying out of bounds. And that'll be a Shanghai stop. Look at this lengthy step back. Davasambu tries to get back in the play, just not able to reach him. But same thing as before. Ulaanbaatar staying hot from the left wing, 3 for 3 so far in this game. Las Manis, he wants another one, trying to go back to back and can't. That one just missed. 3-point lead for Ulaanbaatar. Enkbot pulls it back, wants to go one-on-one, takes the 2, can't make it, comes up short. Shu with the rebound. As he'll get it to Lu. Pulls it back. Davasambu, great defense so far, but just better offense with the left hand. Enkbot gets it, instant pressure straight away from Lu. Screen does hit, hip on the side. Davasambu draws the contact, and that's going to be shot clock violation. Crowd starting to get into it more here for Shanghai. So he wants to go one-on-one, doesn't have the size advantage in his favor, but does have the speed. And just that quick little separation for these guards can get you the finish. Las Manis goes off ball. Lu receives. Ulaanbaatar, great initial defense. He touches the ground, but it is going to be a miss. They do get the rebound. Ulaanbaatar to Davasambu. Las Manis staying in the play. He misses. Las Manis can't get the rebound. Just relentless pressure from Ulaanbaatar's number 5. Las Manis with the feed and the quick scoop up and in. Quick push there by Wu. Ulaanbaatar got him moving everywhere. He gets an O off the back of the iron and out. Looked good. That would have been 4 for 4. The step back for Wu. He wants one of his own. Las Manis chases the rebound. Intensity starting to pick up as we are under 5 minutes to go here in our first semifinal. This quick feed and Wu with a heads-up play just to go up with it. my goodness. You're so looking at what's going on in the upfield wrap that you look at the cut and you completely forget it. Great finish there from Shanghai. And defensive intensity turning up. Lasmanis will check out. The trio Shu Wu Lu. Davasambu will check back into the game. Here for Ulaanbaatar, they hold a 1-point lead. Currently a chance for China and Shanghai to tie the game or take the lead. Here's Lu. They try to go on the inside. It's going to be immediately read and sold away by Enkbot. He'll take it on his own. Quick feed down to Davasambu. Quick feed right back. Trying to reward him. And the bucket is going to be stopped. Shanghai able to get it back. Fouls continue to climb. A couple away from getting into that bonus with 5 for Ulaanbaatar. Lasmanis will come back in at a crucial possession. They get another chance to tie or take it. Lu trying to work behind the screen. Only 1 second remaining. Oh, this will be a big time shot if it goes. It does not. Comes up short. And he is going to go out of bounds. Lands on the photographer for a moment. Everything is all good. Draw some laughs here from the Shanghai crowd. Adion Bold working together with Davasambu. It's going to be an offensive foul. There was a kick ball there too. So thankfully for Shanghai that Lasmanis did hit the deck. We've hit a scoring stalemate here late in semifinal number 1. Winner of this will be our first team in the finals. And coming up, we have our second semifinal following the conclusion of this one. It'll be Hangzhou Jingwei taking on Crvena Zvezda. Nations well represented. We got Mongolia, 2 teams from China, and of course the solo Serbian team. Noise deafening as Shanghai looks to break this stalemate. You can see where the scoring has kind of led to. Shanghai has been able to string together more possessions currently than Ulaanbaatar. Can they keep it rolling? 5 seconds on the shot clock. And there's going to be another offensive foul picked up this time by Shanghai. Davasambu muscling his way to the rack. Lasmanis gets the stop. Enkbot does get the offensive rebound. Second chance opportunity is good again. They put the lead back up to 2. Whoa, inside with the right hand off the glass and in. Silky smooth. Enkbot takes the 2. Comes up short. And Shanghai will take their time clearing the ball. Whoa, in rhythm. Short again. Davasambu stays strong there on the boards. And the miss coming in from number 1 is Ulaanbaatar. Adion Bolt loses it, and it is going to stay with Ulaanbaatar under 3 minutes, 2:59 to be exact. Just crossed it. Any side trying to find any type of separation, but the lead has belonged to Ulaanbaatar majority of this game here in our semifinal. Enkbot lost the footing there for a moment, does take the 2, way short there, and there's going to be a shot clock violation. Shanghai with probably their 4th chance now to try to tie or take the lead. Can they capitalize on this possession? And I'm sure if they do, the crowd will erupt. Here's a hold-up play. Lasmanis gets it. He'll take the 2, tries to pass it there on the inside. Ball's going to be tapped away. Does go to Adion Bold. Ulaanbaatar Tried to get the dribble handoff, but couldn't. We have 6 seconds on the shot clock. Saw the magic with 4 seconds that Ulaanbaatar was able to bring to the table. Their instant pressure here. 2 seconds remaining. Lost the footing. Off the glass and in. Lost the handle. Still able to retain possession and floated it up with the right hand. 2-point lead again for Ulaanbaatar. A 2 to tie it. Can't get it to drop. That was Lou with the miss. Hangzhou walled up. Davasambu got to put something up here, and the shot clock violation will come in. The crowd intensifying here, getting behind Shanghai. Wu try to make something happen. Las Manis will take another 2. That one, back-to-back times of it going short. They do save the ball. Does go to Ulaanbaatar. Ulaanbaatar could have had something in rhythm. Decide won't take it. Hangzhou backs down. He drop steps. He goes up, and he gets another make. Largest lead now sits at 3. Here for Ulaanbaatar. Las Manis on the inside. Good finish there from the veteran of Shanghai. And there will be a whistle. Too much pressure being applied. That's just the 3rd, though, for Shanghai. Looked like Las Manis for a moment wanted to try to slam it. Instead went with the layup. Hangzhou to Davasambu. They switch straight on the inside, bulldozing his way. Leads back to 3. Las Manis with another long step back. And short again. Past 3 2-point attempts have all come up on the front of the rim. Davasambu walled up. He wants to go back into the post again, and that's going to be a travel. Davasambu so crafty. Maybe not the fastest, but definitely the strongest. 1:08 to go, and it's still anybody's game to see who will be punched into our grand final. Ulaanbaatar up by 3. 1:08 to go. With Ulaanbaatar, he's got to make sure that you don't get into foul trouble. See if maybe Shanghai starts to get a little bit more aggressive, trying to bait any of those in. Like a delay of game called on Ulaanbaatar. Las Manis will get the handoff. Here is Wu on the inside, draws some contact, hits the deck hard, does get the layup to go. Under a minute, 2-point game. Hangzhou works out with Ulaanbaatar. Hangzhou wants to take matters into his own hands. Las Manis gets the stop. Will they go back up with it? They take the foul on the floor. Smartly so. They'll swap the ball into the high post they go. Hangzhou trying to go one-on-one. Can he get the finish? He does. It has been surgical on the inside for Ulaanbaatar so far in this game. Las Manis will kick it out for the 2. Way too much on it. Las Manis fights. He keeps the ball in play. Fresh shot clock. Takes the 2 in the corner. Las Manis off the back of the rim, but they do get the second chance. Need a big stop here. The ball in the hands of the archer. Thought about the shot. Ulaanbaatar stops, steps through, puts it up, misses. Las Manis, they need a 2 to tie with under 10 seconds to go. The veteran Las Manis gets the screen. They kick it out. It's Lou, takes the 2, and he can't get it to drop. Ulaanbaatar stunned the hosts of the World Tour in such a close game. Ulaanbaatar with a 2-point victory, a low-scoring affair. By the standards of FIBA 3x3, your final score, Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy 14, Shanghai with just 12 points. They received their first loss of the tournament. Meanwhile, the team from Mongolia continues to shine. They are our first team booked into our final. What an effort. Shanghai looked unbeatable. We thought that was going to be the case. They said no. We'll have an interview coming up here shortly as well. And of course, following the interview, it's the first interview that we've had over here in the World Tour in Shanghai. And of course, we will have Enzo down on the floor with Davasambu of Ulaanbaatar.
I'm with Delgerniam Davasambu of Team Ulaanbaatar, MMC Energy. Davasambu, you guys had a big win in the quarterfinals against Liman. Another big win here against Shanghai. How does that feel?
Feeling is great, and thanks for supporting us. Here is all fans. Thank you. We are very happy.
Another game for you before you can maybe win here in Shanghai. What do you guys need to do in the final, in the next game, to get that win?
We keep going, keep push hard, work, and keep play. Just it.
Once again, Delgerniam Davasambu and Ulaanbaatar.
They just got to keep pushing forward is what they say. One game stands between them and claiming that first place prize as well. Here you can see the highlights that we didn't need to get to 21 for the conclusion of it. It took all 10 possible minutes of this game to make something happen. And what a performance. Davasambu has really taken it to another level. Has been one of the more highlight guys, but of course, we have to talk about the Archer and his quick 5-0 start. Back-to-back buckets from the same spot from two-point range. Got the finish error on the inside. Kept the offense flowing time and time again. With the interior work with those rebounds, hey, it does not go unseen by any stretch of the imagination. But it was just a little bit too much for the hometown team. As we said, they were undefeated. They had not lost in this tournament, but their first loss handed to them by the Mongolian side, which means that we have one team left from China remaining, and they will be coming up here shortly. That'll be Hangzhou, coming off a big win versus Baskets Bond. They will be taking on Crvena Zvezda, who maybe, just maybe, is the hottest team that we have currently. Their guard, Vukicevic, coming off of a shootout win, a hot performance as well to go along with that. And of course, that one will be coming up here at the top of the hour. 20:00 local time, UTC +8, wherever you're watching from. And you are tuned into FIBA 3x3 World Tour Shanghai. We'll step away for a moment as we let the players get warmed up. We'll see you at the top of the hour. Here we are for the official team intros. Our last semifinal. Hangzhou taking on Crvena Zvezda. You can see the tail of the tape head-to-head matchup between both these sides. Crvena edging them out just by a 2 points per game average. Both teams have 1-2, getting to this spot with an identical record of 2-1. Getting us started here with the intros. You can see the team rosters for both sides. The crowd already ready to collect the smaller FIBA 3x3 Wilson balls as we jump into our intros. First up is Crvena Zvezda. As expected, crowd going crazy to see who could collect the mini FIBA 3x3 balls. Hangzhou, Crvena Zvezda. Identical coming all the way in. 2 wins in a row for Hangzhou versus the Skyliners and then basketball. Crvena Zvezda won their first game against the Qing, lost to Liman, the other Serbian team that's in this competition, but did get the big win against the Belgian side. Antwerp, our player to watch. Vukicevic just won the shootout too, by the way. Finished with 14 total points. Blew the competition out of the water. You can see the head-to-head of Vidovic and Vukicevic. Close in the rankings. Points per game edges out to Vukicevic, and that 47% from behind the arc is just ridiculous. Only missed a couple in the previous game as well. Vidovic not known to be a massive threat from behind the arc, but shoots a 61% from the interior. 2 more games remain here in Shanghai. 1 more semifinal to see who advances to play Ulaanbaatar in our grand finals to close out the night. The countdown has begun.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
And it will be Hangzhou starting off with the ball. Supisa spins, loses it, and an immediate turnover. So right back onto offense is Crvena Zvezda. We'll see if the hot hand continues here for Vukicevic as well. Kovacevic tries to spin off, and it's another loss of the ball. Hangzhou claims that it was last touched by Crvena Zvezda. Ref said no. Supika tries to go in for the reach. Dordevic puts that one up and knocks it down straight away. That is going to be a 2 to get us started off with the scoring. Here in semifinal number 2, right back on the other side. It's the number 5, our highlight player, Vidovic, responding with a 2 of his own. Vuk on Vuk, and a foul is going to be called, and it is going to be 2 shots. A great play, staying active. Coming off the screen was Dordevic on the handoff. And we got our first free throws here in the semifinal. It is Vukicevic getting his scoring started from the line. First free throw's good, with one more coming up. And he can't get the second one to go. He's chasing down his own rebound. He does get it. Great way to stay active. Vukicevic looking to stay aggressive. Tries to scoop it up and in, but can't. Vidovic tries to go back inside too. Supika is going to lose the handle. Keep an eye for that matchup of the bigs down low. Supika versus Milos, both number 9. Kovacevic looks to pass off to Milos, the handoff. Dordevic trying to go 2 for 2 to kick this one off, and he can't. Bodies hit the floor, tripped by his own teammate, as Vidovic on the ground throws the ball away. Dordevic gets the ball back, attacks on the inside. Great pick and roll action. Caught it with the left, finished with the right. It was Kovacevic with the finish. As foul's going to come in, that was Vidovic on the play. Great action. Caught it as high as possible with the left and was able to switch it to the right. Vuk with the ball here for Hangzhou. Here's Yo. Back over to Vuk. Constant ball movement coming by. Vidovic with the left hand. A little bit too much on there. And they aren't able to get the offensive board. Big bump though. Constant pressure being applied there on the right side. You know, they're not going to make it easy for Vukicevic in this game. The Vuk on Vuk. They're able to fight through. Burning a little bit of time here. Dordevic tries to throw the lob, can't get it to connect to Kovacevic. And back to the side they go. Here's Yo. And he's able to finish with an easy one. China's very own Vukicevic. Can't connect this time, chases it, saves the ball in play. Dordevic gets it from the top of the arc, off the back of the iron, but guess who's there? It's Kovacevic again. Putting on a paint clinic, and he's almost able to steal the ball. Vuk spins, oh, he gets the finish! The spin cycle in the end one. Screen hits, spins the other way. Even had Dordevic turning a full 360. One free throw coming up. This is the tie. And he misses. Couple missed free throws to start this one off. Milos goes for the roll. Great defense, though. Vukicevic lines it up. Can't knock it down. And bodies are flying. Got to be a foul somewhere, and there is. Yo was fighting down there between 2 bodies from Crvena Zvezda. And Hangzhou is going to get the ball. Vuk lines it up. Can't knock it down, but like we said, that big matchup down low. Vuk with a catch and shoot situation. Struggled there in the shootout competition from that rack. Only made 1 of 5 and gets a miss there. Good fake by Kovacevic. Ball's going to be tipped away. Vuk comes out with it for Hangzhou. Vidovic tries to throw on the inside. Then they're going to be whistled for an offensive foul. Shot comes off there on the wrap-up. Dordovic was able to hit one so far in the game. Missed the past few attempts from behind the arc, and Yo just immediately take this one. No hesitation in sight. And that'll put Hangzhou up 6-5 after that 2-point make. He had no other option in mind. It was always going to be the 2. And he was able to capitalize. There you can see the quick work. No better feeling than the toilet bowl shot going in as play continues. Hangzhou with the newfound 1-point lead. Dordovic will put it up there, and Milos is not able to contain it. Thought there might have been some contact. And there will be another tie-up down low again. So Zvezda forced to have other players step up on the offensive side. Vukicevic not able to get any separation here so far. As Sopika wants to take matters into his own hands, and there's going to be a foul called. And it is going to be a free throw coming up for Milo Sopika. Hit the game-winning 2 to get them here into semifinals, as he will step to the line for his first free throw of the game. That would be the first free throw that we've actually seen made here so far in this game. Had a couple misses. So Pico will be the one to check out. Dordovic trying to get any type of separation that he can. They double team up high. Can they get the recovery down low? They cannot. Yes, they can! Look at Vidovic go. Rises up, swats it away. And leaves him just with 1.7 here on the clock. So nice. We had to see it twice. They put it up. And Vukicevic with the miss. Vidovic able to come back out with it. Let's even continue this momentum in the air. Oh, just hangs and hits. Kovacevic thought there was some contact. That ball's going to be swatted away on the putback. It's a block party over here in Shanghai. And Hangzhou, you're invited. You want to try to salvage something, you've got to find a way to try to get Vukicevic in the mix. Just trying to get the game clock in order. It's currently at 5:58. So looks like game clock is fine as we get back underway. Milos takes one dribble, hands it off. Dordovic thought about the shot, tries to step it back. Vukicevic steps it in for 2 and does create some contact. No, offensive foul on the kick out. Thought maybe that could have got him going. But they call him for sticking his foot out there on the shot. I mean, the shot looked good, but it wouldn't have even counted if it did drop. They try to go in down low. It's Vuk for Hangzhou with the big time finish. Just crafty. Creating some separation there from Dordovic. And that's going to be missed layup, but the foul is going to be called. Kovacevic able to draw it, staying relentless in there on the inside. One free throw coming your way. And that one well short. Vidovic tries to throw it there on the inside. Couple bodies met at the rack. Here comes Yo. Yo will put up the 2. And that one's off the back iron. Able to chase down his own rebound. Wants to stay aggressive, and that's a big-time block. Kovacevic, 3 blocks now in the game as a total between both teams. We'll watch it again. Got the perfect timing there on the jump to be able to send it away. Taokura being brought back out for the first time, what feels like quite some time. We had a lot of sun yesterday, a lot of rain today. Pushed back the start of our second day by a couple hours. And there was the foul that they really tried protesting to try to send them to the line. But Hangzhou still sitting with a 4-point lead. Crvena get it back up. Oh, Vukicevic with a heat check. There's no heat to check. Has not been hot this game. Has not got a lot of attempts up. But here's Vuk for Hangzhou. Couple crossover moves. Tries to go for the spin. Vukicevic is going to be all the way there. He saves it. Ball's going to be tipped out of play. But the intensity and the fire is there as we have officially hit the halfway mark in our last semifinal. Milos will have it at the elbow off the Dordevic. And that one's going to be slapped away. Who's it going to be last on? And it is going to flip. Hangzhou's defense is on another level. Here in a potential closeout game. Vuk turns the corner. Supika won't take it. Or at least a jump shot, but does drive on the inside. And there is going to be a stop coming their way. Good drive. Vuk able to get the stop and a nice tip in coming in from Lasad Kovacevic. Vidovic tries to get them to extend to double digits. He takes the 2. Will he make it is the question. Off the front iron, right into the hands of Milos. Here he is, Dordevic lining up the shot for the 2. That one's out. They go straight back down to Supika. Body on him, created the separation. Great offensive play. Dordevic floats it up off the front of the rim. Some love to the backboard and finally drops on through. 10-7 here on the timeout. Vukicevic has been having himself a day, but a little bit more quiet here in this one. But go back and watch the tape and see how many touches he even had in this game. The off-ball pressure has been relentless, but stepping up big has been Mario Dordevic here for so far for Crvena Zvezda. And of course, Supika, the way he's able to shield out the defense when he gets down low. He does it with the best of them. Hangzhou still with the 2-possession lead as they try to extend. Vidovic out to Vuk. Vuk bumped, steps it back, loses the handle, has to put it up. I know! That is a ridiculous shot to hit! Are you kidding me? Just insanity to create even more separation. Vukicevic just has not had it so far here, but that is a great offensive rebound and a putback there from Milos. 7th foul here for Hangzhou with 3:31 to go. This is where it gets just a little bit scary now, going down the stretch and you're in foul trouble. Don't want to keep sending them to the line. Second free throw is good. We're back to 4-point game. Vidovic to Sopika. Good burst of speed there with the dribble. The hook shot floats a little bit around the rim, but does end up going in ultimately. Vuki, Sevic, off back iron once more. Hangzhou is rolling right now. They're starting to hit cruise control, and this could be that final nail that they need. They're not able to hit. As Vuki Sevic throws that ball away, Vidovic staying active in the passing lanes. And from two again. Oh, and what a save from Vidovic. He is everywhere in the semifinal. He takes the two now and almost gets the make, but there's the offensive rebound to the putback. Yishao Yo with the big time play. And a great finish there by Milo. Starting to scramble to find some offense versus Zvezda. They will call timeout. And they will need to talk things over, because it is now starting to get a little bit scary for them. That it might be Hangzhou starting to really pull away with this one. It's going to have to be a big late game push for them to be able to turn it around. It has to start on the defensive end. Oh, a big slip, and is Vidovic going to be able to capitalize? Not the open shot thanks to the slip. As they go to Dordevic, he's been the leader on the offensive side so far for this team. A foul's going to be on the play, and there are going to be 2 free throws for Crvena Zvezda. Right over top, and just got the hand there on the follow through. Big free throws coming up, you can't miss them. And the first one is no good. And the second free throw is no good. Stays at 3 points here in this contest. Vuk wants a 2, takes the 2 just a little bit too much to the right. Yo grabs the board, thought about the shot. And a big collision going out of bounds. They would just call that one as a neutral, no foul on the play. Hangzhou with Vidovic. Takes it to, he drills it! Right in rhythm for the veteran of the squad. Vidovic comes up big again. They'll go inside to take the one, draw some contact, miss the layup. Milos gets a second chance at it. Goes reverse with the right hand. It's now a 6-point game with 1:30 to go. Game management is all you need. Vidovic goes back to back. Are you kidding me? It's nothing but money for Vidovic. A response here. Trying to come from Crvena. Nothing there so far. Flicks it up. Milos gets blocked from behind by Vuk. A massive play. Vuk will take a 2 of his own. And Hangzhou is on fire. Nobody can miss. They'll get the kick out. Kovacevic trying to salvage something, does make it. Anything wins it. Tapangs Hangzhou into our finals against Ulaanbaatar. Vuk will take his time. He tries to ice it. The 2 is up, it's a miss. It's got to be 2s quickly here for the Serbian side. They do get the miss. Vidovic, he's the reason they're in this spot. They will foul him. Look at this. Just a very unorthodox shot. Only needs one here. We'll have 2 tries for Goran Vidovic to put Hangzhou into the final. And the first free throw's good. We don't even need the second. There we have it. Your finals is booked and ready to go. Ulaanbaatar will be squaring off against Hangzhou Jingwei. (21-12) your final score. A dominant performance. And we'll have Mongolia taking on China in our finals. As the players get together at half court, we'll wait and see who the interview is going to be with before we send it on down. As they get everything prepped and ready, what a second semifinal that was. It was a big-time performance, really, from every single person on the squad. But when you needed it most, Vidovic, he has the top rank for the reason. Not the greatest two-point shooter, but able to get the job done. And we'll get some well-rest between then. Let's head down to the floor. Enzo is with the very own from Hangzhou, Milos Supica.
I'm with Milos Supica of Team Hangzhou Jingwei. Milos, as you can see, the home crowd is happy you guys won. You know, you guys lost your first game yesterday against Sansar, but you've been on a winning streak since then. How did it feel to get that win in the semifinals?
Before I say anything, I want to thank the crowd for coming and cheering for us. It means a lot to us, so thank you. We started off yesterday by losing to Sansar from tough team from Mongolia, but we managed to come back and, you know, get together, get a tactic, and get some energy up and, you know, beat 3 very good teams.
Well, your next opponent is going to be from Mongolia again in the final. It's going to be Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy. How do you feel about that matchup? What do you need to do to get another win and get your first World Tour stop win this season?
As I said, we already played against a team from Mongolia. We know how tough they are. They play physical basketball, so I think our goal for the next match is to match their physicality. I think that will be one of our main goals.
Last one, what's your message to the fans here?
Let's go, Shanghai!
Milos Supica, Team Hangzhou.
Crowd sticking behind them as the last Serbian team in the tournament falls, but a lot to take away for Crvena Zvezda here in this one, as the crowd will still have a Chinese side to root for. Hangzhou Jingwei, courtesy of a great tournament between all 4 players on this roster, everybody chipping in there in the semifinals, everybody playing their part, not just one person dominating the rest of the way. And they dominated. They had complete control right from the jump. There was never a stretch where you thought Crvena Zvezda was going to be able to bring themselves back into the semifinal. And that spurt from Vidovic was just absolutely ridiculous. Went on a solo run offensively, defensively, and stayed active when it came down to the rebounding as well. Yu was able to get in there. They missed the hot shooting, obviously, from the star of the team. Vukicevic came off that shootout win, got 14 points, but the defense on the other side from Hangzhou with their own Vuk, their Vuk, Borovikanin, stepped up big time on the defensive end. Other players did their part, but ultimately there could only be one, and that one was Hangzhou Jingwei. They are on a 3-game win streak coming into our grand finals. Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy, they are on a 2-game win streak of their own. Here you can see how the final bracket looks and the road to be able to get to this point. Hangzhou able to take it 21-12. And Ulaanbaatar had a scrappy game that needed the 10-minute timer. They took that one 14-12 as well. You can see players aren't out there warming up. Well, we got something even more special coming your way. We'll have the dunk contest coming up here at the top of the hour at 20:30. Welcome back. As promised, it is now time for the YM Dunk Contest. There you can see the competitors and also the representatives being introduced from left to right. From left to right, you have the Deputy Director of Chongming District Sports Bureau of Shanghai. It is Yu Yongfeng. FIBA 3x3 Sports Supervisor Alice Huntz. And then from Team Basketball from Germany, Denzel Agiman, who's had some pretty sick slams so far here in this one. Of course, we will not see him in the final, but we'll see what scores that he's able to give. So we have 3 dunkers taking place. So it's Mattia Tiki Menegini hyping up the crowd. Had some pretty sick dunks over there in the warm-ups as well. And somebody goes home with a lucky mini FIBA 3x3 ball. He'll be the first to dunk here, see if he can get everybody on their feet. Oh, goes behind the back. See if he tries to go with something different or keeps it as it was. Got to keep an eye on the judges, see how they react on this one. Trying to hype up the crowd. This is attempt number 2 for Mattia. They won't count that one. Ball didn't hit the rim. Just lost it. Still one more attempt here for Mattia. Oh, and he almost got it. Balls feel just a little bit slick, just due to the weather. See if that stays a consistent trend or not. And of course, it's going to be zeros across the board to start it here for Mattia. Signature dunks, the 360 scoop for Gustavo Haquin, a.k.a. Oliveira da Costa. You may know him as Dunk Boy. He goes behind the back to the crowd, and there's an absolute 5-man scramble to see who gets the ball right behind me. He's bringing out one of the dances that we had performing at halftime. And he's also going to get Mattia out there with him. Oh, surely not. Is he going to go over 2? Gustavo. Oh, got it to go on the first try. Over Mattia, one of the performers. Didn't need all 3 attempts, got it done in 1. Oh, what a pretty slam. That's got to be perfect score all across the board. Palm to a 1 hand. Agamon goes 10. So everybody separated on there with their scores. A 27 is the score. Renjari goes by the nickname Shangdong Heli. And a perfect throw into the crowd and a good catch. Oh, he's got this set already. He didn't have to call anybody out from the crowd. Had somebody ready to go. Oh, he has him going on the shoulders. One of the shorter dunkers that we have in the competition as well. Surely no way. This is what we're dealing with. A 2-man stack. Oh, he gets it the first try. That one might just top it. Same concept. But somebody on the shoulders. Nines across the board. Not a 10 in sight. Agamon gave the 10 on the previous dunk. So it's 27. So we have a tie. Both Gustavo and Ren got it on their first attempt. We'll have another dunk coming in from... Wasn't able successful to get it the first try. Failed on the next couple of attempts. See what attempt 2 has for him. Just lost the grip on the ball again. He's going to opt to try to go with somebody holding the ball or putting it somewhere just because he's a little bit slick on the grip. Got to go into his bag of tricks from Mattia. They did not count that first one as an attempt either. Goes 360. Just missed it. See if Mattia can get this one in. Taking his time with it. The clock is winding down. Mattia's up. At the buzzer, maybe it counts. I have to think on the fly with that one after failing on the past couple of attempts. And we'll see what the judges go to. 8, 7, and 8. Pretty good score. So he gets himself on the board at least. It's dunk boy Gustavo back in the mix. One person under the basket. Not going with the hold this time. He's going to keep the ball in his possession. And ooh, he cleared the person under the basket. No push-off needed, no scrunching. Gustavo will try the same thing once more. And he gets it. The vertical leap is just ridiculous. Dunk boy looking to run away with this one. He had 27 on his first dunk. The second one probably topped it. I mean, not a single part of him hit. Clearing at least someone you got to think is 5'10". They go 8, 8, and 9 there for Gustavo. So 27 the first time, 25 now. He's got total 52. Here comes Shandong Heli, a.k.a. Ren. Going for the bounce between the legs. And he'll immediately go for the switch. Right under the dead zone, he has the person holding the ball. Ren takes flight and goes reverse. We got to start potentially giving out 10s here at some point. That is just insane. His head almost touched the rim. What more do you need? His head would have hit the rim, but he ducked. Got to be a 10 somewhere. They go 9, 8, and 8. So we are still going to be tied going into our third dunk. Mattia got himself on the board, but with the zeros in round one, might be tough to come back. 52 apiece at the top. Mattia with 23. Just falls short there on that one, off the front of the rim. Just lost it. Won't count. Crowd rallying behind, myself included. Can Mattia get it on this attempt? It's almost like he's jumping just a little bit too early. But that's also coming from a guy who's never dunked a basketball before, so take that into consideration. Here's Mattia. Not able to get on the final go. So it's between Ren and Gustavo. The two to look out for. Dunk boy with his last dunk. Oh, he's trying to go. He's trying to go between the leg, over top, and got to maybe worry that the ball might hit the guy that's standing under the basket. It seemed like it might have tweaked his quad there on the landing too. Something to keep in mind. Let's see how it affects the bounce. Trying to shake it off. Hey, got a little bit of a limp. Looks like he might try to audible things here. He's got plenty of time to work with too. Here is Gustavo. And goes a little bit more basic, but I think that's because of the newfound injury to the right leg. You hate to see that happen. He got the dunk off. As they go 8 across the board. Therefore, Gustavo on his final run. Last up, Shangdong Heli, a.k.a. Ren, with his final dunk. Gustavo with 76. That's the target of mine for Ren to try to beat. He'll self-lob. He'll go between the legs. That went off the back of the iron. Crowd goes silent. You could hear a pin drop. Ren gets it to go. Practiced that one numerous times when they were warming up. And finally he executed it. And that's probably going to be all she wrote. There we go. A 10-9-9. And Ren, that should put him in first place with 28 on that attempt. Him and Gustavo were going dunk for dunk there for those first couple rounds. So it is the final. So it is Ren versus Gustavo. That'll make Gustavo have to go first. Oh, he's going blindfolded. Might have tweaked the right quad, but going out there blindfolded now. Calculating the steps. 5 steps back. 2 to the left. He's lining up like he's a kicker in the NFL. He can't even see us. The crowd's behind him. Dunk Boy with his first dunk here of the final. Up and over. And ever so close. And that attempt is good. Blindfolded and all, tweaked the quad, and was still able to get it to go through. Ten, 10, and 8. The shortest dunker in this is Ren in the final. And he is about to jump over a tall man down there. Here comes Shandong Heli. Oh my goodness! Might have to give it to him right there for that one. That bounce is ridiculous from Shandong Heli. 10, 10, and 9. We are close to our perfect 10s across the board. Not yet, though. The final dunk here for Gustavo. Credit to him for continuing to power through. Surely he's not planning on jumping over him. If he jumps over him, his head's going to hit the rim. We'll see what Dunk Boy's got for us. This is his last set of dunks here in the final. Score only separated by 1. Oh! Well, now we see the vision. Just like he barely evaded it. Gustavo will try it again. Getting the crowd into it, get the adrenaline pumping. This is attempt number 2. Almost got it. This is the last one for Gustavo. The shirt comes off. The sleeve stays on. Gustavo with one final attempt. Gustavo takes off. Gets it to go! He just needed to drop the extra weight of the jersey, the undershirt. That gave him the extra hops to get it up and over. That is ridiculous. 9s across the board. Currently, Ren has 5 people out there for his final dunk. I don't know how you could use 5 people for a dunk contest, but we're about to find out how. It's like a cell phone signal. It goes from smallest to tallest. Everyone all in line. He has got 5 of them lined up. Tallest on the back, holding the ball. Ren with the crowd behind him. Oh, shut it down! That is it! That has to be 10s on the board across the whole way. Jumped over the tallest one, kept carrying over the next 4. That's got to be. We see 110, another, there we go. Our first perfect score comes in from Ren. The Shandong Heli. Got it to go over 5. A perfect 30 score. And that is how your dunk contest finals comes to a close. China's own. Let's check out some of the best dunks that we saw so far from this. And of course, Ren, the shortest, which if you have the bounce and you're the shortest dunker, it always looks better than if you're taller and dunking the ball. But to pull off what he was doing, being the shorter dunker out of the 3 is just insane. A lot of them had to adjust. The ball was a little bit more slick, so went with jumping over people to where they just had to grip the ball one time to put it in. This was the final dunk to close it all out. Our only perfect score that we had. And that one, jumping over 5, got him all 30 remaining points to solidify himself as the dunk contest winner. Let's give him his moment here at center half court. Ren Shandong Heli takes the dunk contest. So our 2 contest winners, Vukicevic of Crvena Zvezda, ended up taking first place in the shootout. And Ren Shandong Heli is the winner of the dunk contest here in Shanghai. And with the dunking festivities coming to a close. We'll get one final photo with all dunkers here by the sign. Great contest it was. Italy, Brazil, and China well represented here in the dunk contest. As we now turn sights to one final game to close out the FIBA 3x3 World Tour here in Shanghai. These are your results. Shandong, Heli Ren, Dunk Boy, Oliveira, and of course, Mattia down there at the bottom had some troubles finishing some of those dunks. But what a dunk contest it was. Ren just putting on an absolute highlight reel for us. We are back here for the one final game to close out the FIBA 3x3 World Tour here in Shanghai, and what a World Tour this has been. All teams participating showed out all the way through, played so many competitive games, but there could only be one. Ulaanbaatar from Mongolia will be taking on the home team here in China, Hangzhou Jingwei. Currently on a 3-game win streak. On the other side of Ulaanbaatar, currently on 2. Here's the bracket to see the road, how both of these teams got into this position. It was a big win against the Belgians there for the Serbians to be able to move their way for the Hangzhou. Dealt with baskets, bonds, by 1 to book their ticket. You can see Ulaanbaatar 1-1 in the group stage. Back-to-back wins in the quarterfinals. Now the semifinals here as well, as the crowd gets hyped up and ready to go. MC's doing a good job of keeping every single person engaged here as we await to see who is going to be crowned the 4th champion here of the 2026 World Tour. Of course, we've seen 3 other ones already go down here in 2026. Utsunomiya in Japan, that was Lehman. We saw them in action here today. Chengdu, it was UB. And in Croatia, it was Miami. But there can only be a new champion here today for Shanghai. Head-to-head graphic here on the screen for you. So evenly matched in the rankings, the points per game, the total games won, obviously, to get into this position, the efficiency. And of course, 2 wins before the limit coming in for Hangzhou. They do not like to let the timer play a factor in any of these games. Here are your rosters. Engpat, Adion Bold, Ulaanbaatar, and Davasambu. Yu, Sopika, Vuch, as well as you for Hangzhou Jingwei. The last two teams standing to see who goes home with the ultimate prize in cash, the check, and more importantly, etching your name into some history here in 2026. It is your FIBA 3x3 World Tour Final going down live here in Shanghai as we go down to the court for the intros. One final coin toss. Navasambu and Vidovic meet for the final time here in Shanghai. Ulaanbaatar. Looks like they're starting off with the ball first. Here you can see Arion Bolt has been the player to watch. The world ranked number 68. And his points per game have gone up since the last time that we saw that graphic. But back on the other side, the hero that Hangzhou needed, Goran Vidovic, went massive there in the semifinal to get them to this position. Ranked number 42 in the world, right at 5 points per game, and matched his average previous time out. Defense was there, rebounding was there, offense was there. And here you can see the head-to-head of how it stacks up. Shooting great percentages from inside and outside. Arion Bolt still 100% from shots inside of the arc all the way through to this final stage. For one last time, I want to give a massive thank you to everyone that's tuning out there on YouTube, who have been tuned in with us from the moment, fighting through the delays, the rain, you name it. One last game to see who is going to be crowned our champion here in Shanghai as the countdown is on. Ulaanbaatar will start off with the ball. It is grand finals time. Enkbot starts the attack. They feed it there on the inside. That's a great finish going off the glass for Ulaanbaatar's Ulaanbaatar. Vidovic spins, body hits the floor. Supicha gets it to Vuk, back over to Supicha. A great finish. And that's a great two on the other side for Enkbot. Supicha is going to be fouled on the inside, and things are hot and ready to go. Enkbot with a deep corner shot. They'll call a delay on that one. Didn't get it clean. Yuta Supicha and Vuk got on the inside. Misses the open layup. Goes up the second time. This time does get it to go. Enkbot fakes it, takes the midi. That one goes long, but guess who's there? It's the bull. Davasambu with the offensive putback. And Sopisa on the other side takes matters into his own hands. Davasambu trying to turn the corner. Contact was made. And that is going to be a whistle and a foul on Hangzhou. There is Milo Sopisa. Heads to the bench. 4-3 lead here early for Ulaanbaatar. Davasambu trying to muscle his way in. Vuk is able to come out there with the stop and the board. Here's Vidovic. Went big in the semifinals. Trying to go big here again. The awkward drifter ends up going in for Goran. His first 2 points of the game. Pushed out of bounds. And they are going to whistle that one a foul. You do not see shots like that go in all too often, yet even attempted in that type of fashion from Vidovic. But that's become a staple for him as they find an easy split there for Enkbot to get the one. Squared away at 5. Vidovic fires away. The camera may play tricks on you. Might have looked like it went in flush, but it was an air ball. Here you can see the split, getting him confused with the motion going up at the top of the arc. Ulaanbaatar slips, trips, gets the ball, misses the 2. Sopisa gets it over to Vidovic. And it's a foul on Ulaanbaatar. Sopisa will get it to Vuk. Vuk turns the corner, goes in the lane, gets some slight bump, able to battle through the contact and able to finish. More importantly, Ulaanbaatar, ball in the string, pulls up and no good. Falling short once more, but he's letting him fly. Vuk with the step back, the 2, just shy. Davasambu drives inside, muscling his way through. The bull is coming, you better get out of the way. Vuk says no. Vuk gets it, takes it up the pass back, nothing but nylon. He throws up the 3, even though we're in 2s. Ulaanbaatar gets rejected and a foul will be called. Vuk has been the momentum setter for this Hangzhou team, really all tournament long, but he's really kicked it up the past couple rounds. Chance for Ulaanbaatar at the line to cut into this lead with 1 free throw to bring it to within 2. And they do make it. 8-6. Yo turns the corner, pulls up in the mid-range. That'll be a 1 if it goes. It will not, and great putback there by Sopisa. Crowd goes crazy for that one as Hangzhou able to bring things back up. Ulaanbaatar searching for answers. Ulaanbaatar with the ball on the inside, tries to go with the right hook. Sopisa able to get the board. They try to go right back down to him, and that one's going to sail out of bounds. Was it tipped? It was. Crowd getting animated over the call. And possession does flip. And we'll get a timeout coming in here as teams want to talk some things over. So Pizza staying ever so aggressive on those offensive boards. And the game changer, Vuk. Sensational so far. Nice little give and go. And he takes the shot in rhythm. We'll reset the play. Ulaanbaatar with the ball. Ulaanbaatar will take that in a tight space. Vidovic gets it. Vuk from the left corner. Near side rim and out. Vuk steps in. Vidovic. Oh, nice little tap back over to Vuk, who kept his run going. 10-6. As Davasambu, on an excellent drive, does get fouled. A free throw come up. The ball at the line to shoot one. And he can't get it to go. Offensive rebounds there. Chance to still get one on the board. They can't the second try either. Yo will chase it out. Vuk got Ulaanbaatar in front of him, and a big screen is set. It's not going to be the foul on the screen. It's the player that was under. That was Davasambu. So Pizza, the handoff to Vuk. Same play, different spot, same result. Vuk knocks it down again. Enkbot to Davasambu. He drop steps, he goes up. That ball's tipped out. And Vuk remains patient, pulls it in. Thinking two in mind, hands it out to Vidovic. He works out left, he pulls up, he cashes in! Goran Vidovic with his second two in the final!
I'm thinking about it. This is very close to the clear value.
14-6, and the two-point shooting has been too much to handle for Ulaanbaatar. Enkbot fakes the two, drives inside, can't get the one. And that'll be tipped out of play, and possession will go back to Hangzhou. Vidovic able to retain. Yo from two. That time it's a miss. Still plenty of time on the game clock. That's not the concern. The score coming up a little bit too much. As Davasambu tries to go with the hook, that's a miss. Ulaanbaatar working on tired leg. Vuk looks to capitalize. Hard off the back of the rim and out. He does save it. Vuk gets another chance. Over to Vidovic now. Hangzhou with still 8 seconds here to work with. He pulls up, he takes another one, hard off the back of the rim, and Ulaanbaatar able to secure the rebound. The Arch's time to shine, and he does get fouled. Enkbot to Adion Bold, pulls up from the right side. That one no good from the Archer. He's able to corral his own rebound. Trying to get a little bit desperate to get these twos, and you think rightfully so. Doubling up on the score right now is Hangzhou. So Pizza lost the handle. That one's going to be out of bounds. So Ulaanbaatar gets the stop that they need. He's got to keep building. .436 still to go. Ulaanbaatar, they try to find the flare up, and he's going to be held up there on the cut. That was Enkbot from Ulaanbaatar. Hangzhou now with 6 fouls in the game. Inching closer and closer to the bonus. Big screen hit, same play they got him with before. Instead, they try to pass out of it. Davasambu cannot get a good hand on it. Vidovic looking to continue his hot streak. Drives baseline, can't finish. Ball's going to be tapped away. Right to the hands of the Bull. They'll look to attack the mismatch and able to swipe from behind. And it is going to stay. 4.7 to work with. They look to go with a different look here at 4.7. We've seen Adion Bold many times, the Archer, get the ball here and be able to make something work, but they're going to look for some off ball here. Adion Bold turns the corner. They lose him. He gets open, and he can't hit it. They do get the second chance Bodies hit around. Davasambu loses it. Right to the hand of Supitsa. Vuk doesn't take the two. Dribbles on the inside. Enkbot in front of him, able to finish right over top. He says weight room, flexes on him. Davasambu goes for the two. They try to draw the charge. He can't get the bucket to go. Supitsa with another big rebound. That's been the trend. And we got another timeout coming their way. Working on tired legs. Of course, we will crown the champions as well as the MVP as well from the winning side. Will it be Hangzhou? Will it be Ulaanbaatar here in the World Tour Shanghai final? Vidovic gets it on the wraparound. Out to Yo. He drills the two. Time and time again, just comes up with these big two-point shots. 17-7. Davasambu inside, able to muscle his way to a basket. It's a 9-point lead, a giant mountain for them to climb. Vidovic able to get the feet inside to Yu. And what a finish. Hangzhou can almost taste the victory. He tries to go up with an Enkbot. It's going to be stripped away. Vuk gets it. Oh, Yu, another two. This time goes long. Nice feed inside from Davasambu. Ulaanbaatar's the one to finish it. Doubling them up right now. And they will burn some time, get some rest. Vuk wants to go one-on-one, gets in the jump, steps it back, takes the two, says let's have this dance, and it misses. Enkbot misses on the first try, gets it on the second. It's been a while since we've seen a challenge come into play, but we have a ball clear challenge being used here. It's going to be very close.
If they win the challenge, they retain their right to challenge further calls. However, if they lose the challenge, they cannot challenge anymore.
The challenge was successful. They get all the way behind the the 2-point line to be able to clear it out. So it is going to be Hangzhou ball. Vidovic turns the corner, floats it up with the right hand. A little bit sporadic coming from him. Enkbot. They try to go inside. Great defense from Yo. Vidovic ends up in his hands. They go down to Supitsa, and there will be a foul under the basket. No free throws just yet, but you like to feel that the team from China could just taste the victory. Vuk back to the basketball. It's going to be tapped away. Can he save it? He does, but he throws it right into the hands of Enkbot. He takes the two in rhythm. That'll spring some life. They pull it to within 7. It's Vidovic. Supitsa hands it off to Vuk. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Ulaanbaatar getting a late spurt of momentum here at 1:41 to go, down by 7. Adium Bold, this is his shot. This is his opportunity. He gets it to go, the archer, with the precision. Here's Vuk being hassled all the way through. Supitsa able to battle through the contact. Just 2 more points and Hangzhou is champion. Ulaanbaatar passes out of it. Davasambu gets the 1 to go. A 2 could win it. Into the hands of the closer, Vidovic. They go to Supica. He fumbles the ball. Ulaanbaatar can't get it. Vuk for the win. He misses. Ulaanbaatar will try again. Off the back of the iron. They do get the rebound. A second chance at it. And it's going to be a traveling violation. We go to a timeout. They can almost taste it. We saw Vuk hit a shot similar to that with the same expectation on the line. Same thing with Vidovic so far here today for Hangzhou. Your leading scorers, Vuk for Hangzhou at 8. Gotta think he's the front runner for the MVP of this team. And Engpot, he's had a good scoring surge over the past few games. Currently stands at 6. A 2 wins it here for Hangzhou. Vidovic gets the screen. Shot clock winding down. Vidovic takes it. Can he make it? No. Off the far side of the rim, pops out. Ulaanbaatar so staying alive and not a lot of time left. Ulaanbaatar's got to put it up. Does he make it? He does. Things just get a lot more interesting, but they got to go quick. 19-16. Vidovic pressured all the way in the far corner of the court. Davasambu switching to play. Vidovic tries to ice it. That one's short just again. Ulaanbaatar for 2. Comes up short. Over in the corner. It's you. He misses. They got to get something now. Oh no. Baatar. No good. And Hangzhou, they hold on. China's very own. They are crowned your champions of FIBA 3x3 World Tour Shanghai. They won 4 in a row to get to this spot, and Ulaanbaatar got it close. 19-16, your final score. And we have ourselves a new World Tour champion. They join Lehman UB in Miami, etched so far on our 4th stop here in China. That's nice to add to the resume. Well fought, well deserved. Here for your Shanghai champions. And the crowd loves it. They love it. Everyone involved. It all pays off. Hangzhou Jingwei finish everything at 4-1 as we head down for the final interview here with Enzo.
I'm with Vuk Borovitsanin of Hangzhou Jingwei. Vuk, this is your first ever win in a World Tour stop. You did it here in Shanghai with the home team cheering you guys on. How does that feel?
Like, I don't know what to say. Like, first of all, I want to congrats organization and everything and our Chinese fans. Xie. Thank you to everyone. And yeah, this is my first one. I wait for that 2 years. So I hope it's one first of the many. I want to thank to my team, the amazing group of guys. And I want to say thank you to my coach and all other people in our Hangzhou organization. That's it. I don't know what to say more.
You're one of the youngest guys here, just 24 years old, but you played well the entire weekend. Some might say you're one of the rising stars of 3x3 basketball globally. How do you feel about that? What's the reason you were so good here in Shanghai?
I don't know, like, first of all, we struggled on the first day. We lost our first game.
then we came back stronger. We are, as I said, like we are a great group of guys. We love each other, we support each other, and we are going through the end.
Once again, congratulations, Vuk and to your team. Vuk Borovitsanin, Hangzhou, Jingwei.
It is great to hear from Vuk there in that setting. And here you can see the highlights of how the finals here in Shanghai came to a close. And what a game it was. It really was. Hangzhou Jingwei really in control for every aspect of that game. But right there at the end, it started to get a little bit more interesting with Ulaanbaatar starting to show a little bit more fight, started to knock down a two, started to get the stops. But we say it all the time when it comes down to FIBA 3x3, when you're that good of a team that you've put yourself in a position where you double up the score and you just need 2 or 3 points, you can play a little bit more carefree to be able to get what you need. You don't have to be desperate for the twos. You can just keep on fighting in for the ones. Of course, we will wait for the official announcement to see who the MVP is going to be. Got a couple of different options in mind, but I think Vuk is well deserving of that honor. He has played sensational the entirety of this tournament. And in those big games, big-time players make big-time plays, and that's what he showed consistently. Got a little bit scared in the very first game, the first loss that we saw to them against Sansar, but he really took it to another level, took matters into his own hands. And their road to get here was not an easy one. They took down Skyliners, one of the top-ranked teams in FIBA 3x3 in the entire world. They took down the team from Germany, Basketball, and then they took down the team from Serbia, Crvena. All for it to lead for the final win and the final touches being put on with a victory against Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy. And what a run for them, too. When you look through the history, they won the World Tour back in 2023. And so far here this year, the Manila Challenger, they've got 5th place. And the World Tour in Chengdu, they finished with top 3. So they continue to climb the ladder. 3rd place finish last time that we saw them. And then now a 2nd place finish over here in Shanghai. As we await for the final ceremony to see where everything ended up falling. Here's your final look at the bracket. Hangzhou Jingwei is crowned your champions. Didn't need to get the 21. They got very close, but the 10-minute timer expired. And that is what led them to be crowned champion. And it's now time for your MVP announcement. Vuk comes away with the MVP, rightfully so. Therefore, Hangzhou Jingwei. Superb offensively, defensively, not really a flaw that you can pinpoint at any stretch throughout this World Tour in Shanghai. And it's good enough for him to take the MVP and, of course, the 1st place. The MVP trophy, to go along with it. And he got the big crowd all around, and it for sure will be a loud pop for them once his teammates join him, and they are officially crowned the champions of the FIBA 3x3 World Tour Shanghai. That's the only way you might be able to cool them off. But for one time, one final time, your champions of the FIBA 3x3 World Tour in Shanghai are none other than Hangzhou Jingwei.
Ladies and gentlemen, the presenter, Director General of Tokyo District Sports Korea,
And they will get the staff involved for the final photo as well. What a sight to see. They battled all the way through, and a team from China comes out standing of the last remaining. We had so many great teams across this road. 12 teams to start, only one remains, and here's a look at your schedule. Hangzhou etches their name as one of the champions so far here in the World Tour, but we still got more to come, going all the way through until we hit that last peak in December, where the World Tour final will come to its conclusion in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. What a time it's been over here in Shanghai. Sunny weather, rainy weather, some delays, and of course it's all for the love of the game at the end of the day for FIBA 3x3. On behalf of myself, I am Dirk. On behalf of our production crew and everybody here in Shanghai, China, we want to say good night, and we will see you all next month for some more World Tour action.